Well, let's talk about the donuts this afternoon, and this time we are talking money. Did you know there have already been more than 14,000 bankruptcy filings in our state during the first half of 2011? That's according to the U.S. Bankruptcy Court in Phoenix. And joining us now is Joseph C. McDaniel. He's an Arizona bankruptcy attorney to tell us all about what we need to know about bankruptcy, including some of the biggest myths that are out there. Nice to see you, Joseph.
It's a pleasure to see you, Connie, and thank you for having me.
Well, it's nice to have you here. You've got some really important information for people today, and I want to start with some of those things that can sometimes be confusing. So we'll do a little fact or fiction on some of these, okay?
Sounds great to me.
All right, first one, can you keep your homestead house without paying the mortgage?
No. Your homestead will protect you from certain sorts of creditors, or more specifically, it will protect up to $150,000 worth of equity in your homestead from unsecured creditors or judgment creditors, but it won't protect you from consensual creditors like a mortgage. So if you want to keep the house, you certainly want to consider paying your mortgages.
Keep that mortgage payment up. Is it true that it's really easy to file for bankruptcy?
Oh my golly, it is certainly not. Not after the 2005 amendments. Even before then, it was a somewhat difficult process because it required listing all of the assets, all of the debts, and all of the major transactions in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
On the other hand, after 2005, and this is probably more complex than we can go into today, but after 2005, a debtor needed to pass under the limbo bar, that is, the means test, which makes it difficult for some people to file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
Okay, so there are a lot of hoops that you've got to go through now to be able to prove that you can basically file for bankruptcy.
It is fair to say that there is an obstacle course that must be negotiated.
You're very diplomatic. All right, is it a good idea to exhaust your retirement funds before you talk to a bankruptcy lawyer?
Oh my golly, no. If there is one thing that makes me more sad than other things when people drop in to say howdy, it's when they tell me, well, we've been spending our, 401k and our IRA, making minimum payments on our credit cards, hoping things would get better. And all that money is gone now. Absolutely, we got zero in there to buy, food. So we figured it was time to file a bankruptcy. Now, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, why?
Well, because that 401k fund and that IRA are really a cushion for your retirement. And I personally would rather see it used to keep a roof over your head and food in your tummy rather than see it go to pay debts that you really can't afford to pay.
And so are you telling us that the 401k, the IRA, your investment accounts are actually protected from bankruptcy?
If you file a bankruptcy, under many, many circumstances, your IRA account and your 401k will be safe, and you will be able to keep them to support you and your dependents.
Really good information for people to know. Should you wait to file a bankruptcy until you're completely broke? You say don't do that at all.
I do indeed, and let me go another step further.
Okay.
Don't wait until they take a judgment against you.
Okay.
Periodically, I get phone calls from folks who are panic-stricken because they're about to be garnished. Now, most creditors don't get to garnish you out of the thin blue air.
Yeah.
They have to sue you first, then they have to get a judgment, and only then can they apply to garnish your wages.
There's so much here to talk about, and we're almost out of time, but would your best advice really be if you're looking to file for bankruptcy, you really need to find a good attorney?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the shortest answer you had, Joseph. And it makes the most sense. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you very much, Connie. It was a pleasure.
We want to put up Joseph McDaniel's information in case you're interested. He is an Arizona bankruptcy attorney, and he's right there at 24th Parkway, Suite 112 in Phoenix, and his website is josephmcdaniel.com. For more information, you can also go to our website, abc15.com, and click on the Lifestyle tab. Daphne?